Imagine living on the streets, waking up with nothing to eat. We keep paying taxes, we keep building mansions.
Foreigners who arrive in Ghana come with so many expectations. The good, the bad, and the ugly. In a hospitable country like Ghana, foreigners would want to explore and find out what is happening on the streets, in the markets, at the schools, and anywhere possible. Today's episode is actually focusing on a foreigner who is going to tell us her experiences here in Ghana with regards to the streets and also improvements that she thinks can be made on our streets. Let's get interactive.
Why can't we find some solution here? Live a better life.
Hello, wonderful viewers. This is yet another episode of World Alive, coming live from Baritas University of Ghana campus. Stay with me as I interview our foreigner right from Nigeria, beautiful Ife, as we get interactive on her experiences as well as other things that she believes can be improved on the streets of Accra. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get interactive. Hi Ife.
Hi.
For how long have you been in Ghana?
For 12 years.
12 years. Okay, never mind. What have been your experiences so far with school, with church, with the market, everything? Can you tell us something little?
Okay. So with school, I attended the same school from primary to SHS before coming to the University of Ghana, and then that's where I knew most of my friends from. It was a private school.
Okay.
For church, the church I was attending in Nigeria before I came here, they have branches here in Ghana too as well, so we just continued. And also like the marketplaces, I find it more calm as compared to the markets in Nigeria because it's more crowded there in Lagos, the markets in Lagos, but here in Accra, I mean it's crowded, but you do find your way around.
Okay. Wow, it's crowded, but you do find your way around. Now let's talk. Would you see yourself as a middle class person or a rich person or underprivileged?
I would say middle class.
Why middle class? And how would you define the 3 stages?
Okay, I would say for the underprivileged, it means like for them, they are basically trying to just survive. They are not living life to the fullest, you understand? They just like have to have those basic things that a human being needs to survive: food, water, shelter. I mean, for the underprivileged, school to them is not the priority. They just have to survive. I would say the middle class people, for them, they can afford those other little things that life has to offer. I mean, maybe they can afford to bring their kids to school. They can afford to travel to just a few little places. And I would say the high class people are the ones who are actually balling. They're the ones living, luxurious lives and all that. Yeah.
Okay. What's your definition of success? Do you think those at the underprivileged level are successful based on your definition?
Okay, so I wouldn't say underprivileged people are successful because they're basically struggling to even just, be alive. I mean, I wouldn't call that successful. I feel like success is when, to me, it might not be all about the money, but maybe something that you're doing something you're really passionate about and you're happy. I mean, every day you wake up, you know that is the same thing you are going to do. I mean, to me, that is successful because you finally found what you want to do. You finally found what makes you happy, and that's what you're doing every day. You wake up to this opportunity, and then you just go for it, and then it just keeps on going like that in life and everything. It might not always be about the money. To some people it might be about making it big. To some people it's fame. Some people, they don't want the fame, they just want the money so that they just live very comfortable lives. But to some other people too, it's just doing what makes them happy.
So what makes them happy? Have you ever been to town, like let's take Medina for instance? We see these hawkers and then their kids, and they're very happy. Like, you see the joy on their faces, And then we see these rich people in their luxurious cars, yet deep down they are not happy. I actually have friends like that, and you could see that sometimes they wish, aside the money, there is this true happiness that they feel within them, because that is how they explain success. You get it? So are you trying to say that though they are happy and all that, they are not successful? Because to me, I would define success as genuine happiness in whatever thing. If you're successful in your marriage, that means you get genuine happiness rather than posting something on the social media to make people feel like your marriage is working. And then on campus, like, you were happy within. That's how I would define it. So based on your definition, you get it, do you think they are completely not successful? Because some of them are happy. So do you think they are completely not successful?
There is a saying that goes like, money can buy everything. And then to some people, I've also seen on social media people saying that you see all these rich people going for these red carpet events and things every time they're on the TV, in magazines and all that, but then they're still committing suicide. I mean, when you look at all those people, they get to a certain point in their lives where things just become very stressful for them. They go through a lot of depression and all that. I mean, they come out and then they're just putting on a show, like a facade, to show to the world that, okay, they've made it. All right, we all know they've made it, but we don't know what is like in their hearts. If what is there is genuine happiness, you understand? So I mean, for the underprivileged people, they might be happy doing whatever they are doing, but I mean, I would rather be happy rich than to be happy poor.
Wow. She would rather be happy rich than to be happy poor. Have you ever bought on the street?
Yes, I have.
What did you buy?
Oh, I bought both fruits. I bought fruits. I bought Sobolo. I bought Rash.
Do you feel happy buying on the street?
Yeah. I mean, to me, I see it as in a way, I see it as helping people. Sometimes I look at the ladies that are selling, and I see them. Sometimes they do have their children with them on their back. Sometimes they are at the other side of the road and they tell them to wait in. When the traffic has stopped, then they come in and then they start selling and things. So to me, in a way, I see it as helping them to go about their daily lives, to provide for them in a way. And also sometimes, obviously, you just want to enjoy the treats.
Do you buy something because the person has presented himself or herself in a very good way, or you just buy because you want to help?
I don't think I would buy something because of how the person looks. I mean, you might dress all nice and all, but maybe your product is not as good as you look.
So what I would want to say is, what I would want to put across is that some people don't really present themselves so good, so a lot of people don't get to buy from them. Just like you feel very comfortable buying at the mall, not because the mall is only nice, but the sales people are very well dressed. You get it? So what advice do you have for people who just sell, they don't really care about their looks, their environment or anything? What advice do you have for them?
I would just say, just look tidy. That's it. You don't have to dress all corporate. I mean, for the hawkers, for example, you can't come under the hot African sun and then be wearing, white collar t-shirts. White collar shirts and then like suits and all that. Just, a nice polo t-shirt or something, like just look tidy. I mean, because some people, they also look at how the person looks in a way. If this person looks dirty, I don't want the person touching something that I want to, buy and all that. Yeah. So I would say just looking tidy, it's okay. You don't have to dress all corporate and all that for you to sell your products.
Do you see any hope on the street?
Yes, definitely.
In what way? What means?
I mean, I'm looking at it through like the years from the years to come. Obviously, things were not like this before, and I feel like Ghana is developing. I mean, it's not developing as fast as it should, but it is undergoing some development. So I feel like there is hope for the future for them.
Comparing hawkers in Ghana to hawkers in Nigeria, where do you think they are more populous?
Definitely Nigeria.
Why Nigeria? Is it because the place is, is it because Nigeria is the most populated country in Africa?
No, not because of that, but like I don't know how, maybe I don't know the percentages, but I would say that the rate of poverty in Nigeria to me is higher than the rate of poverty in Ghana. And a lot of people are doing so many things to get money just to survive. And then when I've been to Nigeria recently, and then obviously the hawkers I've seen on the street are far more in number than the hawkers I've seen on the streets in Ghana.
Would you ever want to help a street kid?
Yes, I do a lot.
You do, or you would want to?
I would want to, and I do.
One particular thing you've done for a street kid, or something, an impact that you've left on a street child, or even a mother?
I've never actually interacted with a mother on the street before, but just the kids. You know, when you I don't know if they are still there, but like around Oponglu, the mall and all that. I remember one time I was going home and I hadn't eaten, so I bought food from Nine Market before I was going home, right? And that was the only food I knew I would have, because at home, there was no food in the house that night. So on my way home, before going to pick a bus at the bus stop, this little girl came up behind me and she was like, auntie, oh, I want to do something. And I looked at her and I was like, I will probably find another meal, but I don't know when her next meal is going to be coming. So I gave up my food for the young girl, and then I saw her happily running away with her sisters and her siblings. It was so beautiful.
Viewers, directly or indirectly, people are helping those on the streets to become better people. She gave out her food just for a child to be fed that evening, because she could probably get something to eat afterwards. But what about the kid? What the main aim of this is to expose the ill view of street kids, and then to try to change it and ameliorate the bad conditions on our streets. My name is Bella, and I would like to just ask one last question and we are done with this episode. Would you ever want to join a foundation to help street kids educationally, financially, and whatever means possible?
Yes, I would love to, and I have joined one before. My sister's foundation, Hey Foundation, on IG. Yeah, Hey Foundation. She's very passionate about humanity and mankind and everything like that. So we just went to this. It wasn't an orphanage home, but we just went to a juvenile home where kids probably have been treated wrong by society. Maybe things that they did bad things, but it wasn't really their fault, because you understand, it was certain circumstances in their lives that pushed them to do those things. So we didn't see it as these kids are evil, these kids are very bad or something like that. We just saw it as these kids are misunderstood. So we saw that we took it upon ourselves to go help them. We spent the whole day with them, and that was her birthday. So we spent her birthday with the kids in the jury home.
Anything to tell anybody about street kids, or about an advice to give to somebody who see these foundations? You see, before I even wrap up, I would want to say that I also engaged in one of this street feeding thing, and then in my video I made it very clear to people that we are not taking the video to make people feel like we are giving out, but to also help other people. You see, there are people who I've seen numerous pictures on social media showing that people go out to give and then they take pictures of it. What do you have to say to those people, and what would you have to say to encourage somebody who is just like your sister, passionate about humanity and everything?
Well, I mean, sometimes some people just go to give these things out just because they want the world to see them doing good. Sometimes they don't really have they might have like the good intentions, but like also they also have the intention of people seeing them like, okay, this person is doing good. I mean, you should just go and do it because that is all your heart is all about at that point. You just want to go give to somebody who is less privileged than you are. And then I mean, you don't also have to show up to the event. You know, sometimes like when you're organizing these things, you're like, okay, you guys, I need a couple of people to like come, let's go out, let's go give things out to the children in the streets. You can just donate to them. You don't have to actually be there, because I know sometimes it can be very stressful for some people, and like they don't want to, some people I know don't want to be seen associating themselves with the less privileged. I mean, like, yeah, true story. So you can just donate, I mean, give to the people that are going to give to the street children, so that at least those people to have something for the day, you know. Because I remember one time, I think last year during Easter, a random car just stopped on the roadside, and then around the bus stop at Shashi, just started donating, just started giving out food and clothes to the women and children that were sleeping on the streets. And then, like, they were so happy, calling all the other people to come, that there was food and all that. And, like, I was moved to tears, because it was just like, wow, that there are actually people out here who care about these people. So I would say you don't really have to have that whole, you know, oh my God, I want to help people, just like that. I mean, just like out of the kindness of your heart.
It's been a wonderful interaction with you, beautiful Ife. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you for honoring our invite. And then thank you for the experience that you shared with the public. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome very much.
Okay, viewers, before I wrap up, I would like to thank all those who kept following us from the beginning of this episode. We are so grateful. Keep liking our videos and then subscribe and share our videos as well. Thank you so much.